Hey, I'm ElusiveKev. Welcome back to MotoGP 17 and the manager career. Let's head into round 2 of the season around the Termas de Rio Hondo circuit in Argentina. So here we are on our Mahindra. Week 5 of the season, and we're into a circuit where it hasn't been that kind to us in the past. I don't think we've even scored points around here during our Peugeot years. Or seasons, should I say. Let's see who can do it on the Mahindra, break that unlucky streak. As the opponents are a bit hard around here. That's one reason why. And this circuit is very technical, very tricky as well. You've got a couple of corners where it's so easy to lose the rear of the bike, especially on the more powerful machines such as the MotoGP and 500cc. You're going a bit wide there. There we go. This is one of the most important corners. Getting this run onto the back straight. Look at that. Flat out. Easy. And now let's see the straight line speed of this Mahindra in the Peugeot. We're struggling to hit 140. Oh, we've cleared that. Looking towards 150, are we? 147. Very nice. There's slightly outbraked ourselves. We call it in the straight, but get on the power early enough. I don't think we lost too much time there. And now we're coming to the section of the circuit where it's very tiring on the tyres here. Especially this corner where you're just chucking the bike in there, hoping to clip that apex and try and get the power very early. And our opponents are very good through that corner, so we've got to look out for that in the race. Again, we've got this nice left-handers coming up. This one got a nice camber, making the bike go towards the apex. And then do we dare lift? Well, we've got too slightly as we ran very wide. Carried way too much speed into the corner. And out of it as well. And now, the most difficult corner on the circuit. This is where you're going to get some passing going on in the race, no doubt. But watch out for bikes sneaking down your inside there. And sometimes it doesn't end well. Just ask Andre and Noni about that. Always going to mention his name where we come here. But a 51.4 for MacDonald. Looking to continue the fine form he showed in Qatar, of course. He did have the best qualifying though there. Let's see if that continues here in Argentina. It doesn't, as he gets pole by almost half a second from Fanati with Canet in third. Mir not on the front row. You don't see that very often. As Light Blue still does get his first pole for Mahindra with Berger in 5th, Martin 6th, DJ Antonio 7th, Mafi 8th, Anthony 9th, and Magello 10th. Bastianini, Hotel. And there's Rodrigo in his home race, started in 13th. Top Peugeot goes to Kornfeld in 18th. Next best Mahindra is De La Porta in 20th. Where's our teammate in 32nd, 31,000 of a second faster than finish? Patrick. So, can MacDonald have an equally as good race like he had in Qatar? As here we are necking at the grid, a beautiful grid with Light Blue still right at the top. Hope he doesn't make a start like that though. Letting me around his outside, we're definitely not going to try and do that. As there's Rodrigo in his home race, looking further down the field. There's Loy in 15th, normally good round here, so watch out for him in the race. It might be a Loy alert for the first time this season. As we look at the back row of the grid, you've got your usual suspects. There's Magnum in 32nd. As we prepare for this race, the first pole on the Mahindra for MacDonald and for Elusive. Can he back out with his first win as he strap in and wait for the lights to appear and go out. As we rev in the engine for the 6th lap race, we get away. And Fanati already bashing it with the Italian as we've got a very decent start. We might even hold on to the lead. Or we've outbraked ourselves slightly though. Here comes Canet down our inside, of course it's Canet. Pushing us wide, that's allowed Fanati by. No Mir though. Mir's not joining the party just yet. As MacDonald dies back by Canet. He doesn't want to see that Spaniard in front of him. These two have a very tasty rivalry as well. We hold up Fanati onto the back straight. That's allowed Canet to have a bit of a gap. We might not be able to get into his slipstream as Martin took advantage of us holding up Fanati. Up into 4th for the Spaniard, and here comes Berger. Oh, here comes Martin. Look at that double slipstream. We've got to remember, Berger won round there as well last season. Oh, we outbreak ourselves by country mile. Outside the top 10 now. We're back with Berger's teammate, Magello. Got Anthony McPhee behind. There's elbow to elbow with the Italian. Got Bastianini in front and too much onto the curb. MacDonald going for a bit of an adventure on his opening lap. Down to 13th, 14th, is he? Now we're back past McPhee. Is that Rodrigo in his home race in front? Oh, here's the lawyer there. I told you he's good in the race. He's already nicking out a top 10. MacDonald fixes that by quickly getting by the Belgium. Goes down the inside of Anthony into the top 10. Now I believe you've got DJ Antonio in front, teammate of Finati. Do it down the inside, are we? Into this last one. Oh no, we're into the back. Losing the front end, so easy to do that into that corner. Once again, Argentina's proving not to be a happy hunting ground for MacDonald, as not starting right at the front, he's almost right at the back in 27th. Well, this is going to be a comeback for the ages if he achieves this, getting back into the top 10 maybe. First, he's got to become the top Mahindra. As he's in 24th, made nice move there into the first corner. Connect does the fast lap with 49.8. Here comes MacDonald charging through the field. Oh, he's down the inside cornfield and his old rival's taking him down. And now he is last as Guevero's 21st. Teammates 32nd or 31st now. They have a tuber. As we're almost 2.5 seconds back. What a shocker for MacDonald. This Bastianini's up to second out Finati. That's the beginning of the season. This might be his last chance in Moto3 to do well around here. So now we've got to strap in. So break very deep into that right-hander. Zeki in front of us. Italian teenager moving down and does. Oh, McPhee is down. Not a good race for the Scots as McPhee's down to 32nd. Play that last place. MacDonald makes his way by. Bastianini having a stellar race. Battling for a podium with Martin. This is still around 2.5 seconds back of the pack. As we've got Fitzpatrick there. In 31st old Peugeot rival. Well, you know, on the same manufacturer now. The rival manufacturers there. And a couple of tenths of a second on Bezecchi. Here comes MacDonald charging. And he under second out. What a shocking beginning to the race. Martin past Mir for second. So we go into the very tricky penultimate corner. One of the trickiest corners on the calendar. As you already seen as well. The German's up to third. Hotel. Where's he coming from? He's taken a second out of Bezecchi. We've got a 3-second gap on McPhee behind. I think McPhee's are going to have a very good race at the back. It'll be difficult for him to not finish last. As Mir takes back that podium spot. Probably surprised to see the KTM in front of him. He's got Tuba up to 28th ahead of Kornfeld having a poor race, the Czech rider. As to get on to this back straight, a second behind now the pack. Here comes MacDonald. As he built that gap on McPhee by a couple of tenths of a second. Not getting any slipstream though. As Hotel gets past Martin for third. Here we go, breaking around that white line. So you can get into the apex. As here comes Bastianini for the podium place. He's up into third. Head of Mir. It's not really this first half of that where we're going to be making up the time. You can see we lost a couple of tenths of a second just because we didn't have slipstream. And McPhee's taken back a couple of tenths of a second as well. That sector. Now this is the sector where we should be coming a bit more alive. Being very careful on the power. There's Bose down the 29th. Mir's up to second of Bastianini. Got a fantastic battle happening for the podium places behind Canet though. There's that Spaniard just running away with things that we've seen quite a few times in the past couple of seasons. There we go, made a half a second through that lovely sector. McPhee's made up a couple of tenths again on us. So our pace seems to be a bit level with McPhee's. Wanted to be a bit faster than that. So we go down the inside. Oh, a couple of riders running slightly wide though. So Fitzpatrick back by. He's got into the back of Bo. Down the inside Bezecchi as well as into the second half of the race. 50.6, not a good lap time, a second off the pace. Oh, here comes MacDonald down the inside. Is he going to finish Patrick? Oh, not quite. Trying a bit too hard, maybe. But calm things down. Just do the old-fashioned out-braking manoeuvres. There we go. So we're past Tuba. Behind Tuba. Past Boarino. We're on slightly wide. And here comes Bezecchi. I feel I'm an Mahindra rider. What are you doing? So we're ahead of the Persian. Now let's see our straight line speed compared to finished Patrick. Because we both got the slipstream here. So we'll watch out for the white line on the left-hand side. When we brake, oh, we're getting into the back of our Mahindra buddy. Someone is down in front. Look at our teammate up, battling for 26th. A very good race. So we are up to 31st. Right behind. Finished Patrick here. Looking to the outside, are we? Oh no. Oh yes we are, we were past him actually. I was shocked, I thought he'd try and dive down or inside there. We're up into 30th. Cornfeld up to 26th, we've got a hell of a battle going in front. Look at that, 3 wide. As Bezecchi went down. Did you accidentally nudge Bezecchi as you go round the outside of our teammate? And those beautiful bright colours. Go past Tuba as well for 28th. Maybe too late for points. No objective I'm feeling here. Unless you really do get a spurt on these last couple of laps. Let's go down the inside of Bow. Looks like we've got Cornfeld in front. We're up to 27th. Got Dale 40 and 24th. With a bit of a line behind him. You can see the cork in the bottle now. Oh, here comes MacDonald down the inside of a couple of riders. Going slightly wide. Well, it looks like we've made up at least one position. Now down the inside of 3 of them. Oh, he hooked up that apex on this penultimate lap. Now what I was saying about points. There's a second behind our fellow Mahindra rider. We've got Spaniard right behind. There's Martin's up to second ahead of Nardi. Or Basciini even. I'm getting my Italians mixed up. So we go get it hooked up to the apex. Why, Mahindra buddy? Why are you pushing us wide? As here comes, whoa. That's a bit of a detour. As you join in front of Tuba and it is on the Honda. Getting some slipstream into this right-hander. Keep it in second. Got to protect that wheel spin. Even though tyres aren't really, tyre wear isn't a big concern. We just want a smooth exit from that corner. So MacDonald up to 23rd. And there's a bit of a line in front. Guevara just a second in front, the Spaniard. So if he can have a pretty nice sector here to end the lap and then begin it. Maybe get slipstream down that back straight. That's what we're thinking about here. Get on the power heavily. Out the penultimate corner to go on to the final lap of the race. In 23rd. 51.2. Poor that time again. As we battle our way through the field. Get down to first. Bit too cautious into that corner. Breaking way too much. Guevara's battling to get into the top 20 in front. And now MacDonald's coming along for the wide. He's got the Mahindra battling for the top 20 as well. Got Arenas in front in 22nd. We're half a second behind. We're getting some slipstream as Basciani's made it into the podium spots ahead of the German. On this final lap, Mears up to second here of Martin. Just looking to the outside here, are we? We are. That was a mistake. Let's try and get on the power. It's not happening though. Looks like Rodrigo's trying to hang on to the final point as well. His home round. Got the tyre rider. Over 3/4 of a second behind. We've got a helicopter floating. And we've got MacDonald diving for 22nd. Oh no. The rear tyre's taken some punishment in this race. I told you about the wear. the qualifying effort, but I don't think it'll be this bad. Looking at the bottom right, over half of it gone. We are spinning from corner to corner now. As we push very hard, look at that. I'm not liking this at all. As Canet wins, a very easy win for the Spaniard, and it's like, let's go into the penultimate corner now, drifting it into the penultimate corner. Getting no traction out of it. We've got a teammate behind. Fantastic race from our teammate. We've got Tubo in 24. We've got McPhee. Ban up as well as there is Canet, who's one ahead of Mir, Bastianini, Martin, Hotel in 5th, Bulaga 6th, 97th, Mugello 8th, and 9th. Nuruddin with a top 10 there, DJ Antonio. Very good from the Malaysian. Rodrigo Ramirez in 12th. Loy in 14th. There's Rodrigo in 14th. Loy in 13th. And Binder grabbing the final point by a tenth of a second ahead of Danilo. Sasaki, Suzuki, Herrera and Guevara just missing out. There's MacDonald in 23rd. Not very good that times at all. And after that, very shocking napping a bit to begin the race. Not very good at all. As our teammate, very good race. A couple of tenths behind us in 25th. I think I've made the right move getting a Cypriot. I think I have as well. There's Bezecchi in 32nd and Finnish Patrick in 33rd. He may not be quick enough to get the objective, but he's working his way up there. You know, he's just a couple seconds off getting that top 20. Much better than any of our previous teammates. Very happy to see that. So in the Riders' Championship, Mir leads by 4 points from Canet, and they've already bridged the gap to the remaining riders. Look at that. 19 points ahead of Fanati, with Bastianini 4th, Martin 5th, and MacDonald down to 6th after that shocking race in Argentina, with Bulaga 7th. Hotel up to 8th ahead of DJ Antonio, Mugello, McPhee and Antonelli. As further down, we've got Ramirez up to 14th. Loy up to 15th, ahead of Rodrigo and Guerrero, the teammates. With Danilo down to 19th. There's 18 riders have scored so far this season. Got lots of change outside the point scorers. Sasaki up to 20th. Herrera up to 23rd. Arenas up to 25th. Our teammate, he's gone down the order, but he's in 29th still, outside the top, inside the top 30. Fantastic, as Bose lifted himself off the bottom up to 31st. So finished Patrick takes his place right there with Bezecchi in 32nd, the Italian teenager. As in the constructors' standings, Honda still lead. Mahindra at KTM are now level on points with the Indian constructor, with Peugeot yet to score. So once again, Argentina was not a happy underground after a fantastic qualifying. Went all to pot in the first lap and a bit in the race. Once again, MacDonald crashed, his old ways returning. But our teammate was very good. Look at that, moving 7 places up the order. He's going to get that race objective one day, and it might be the loudest cheer you ever hear on his playthrough. So we did not expect that from our teammate, but very good to see. As he improves his throttle management, cornering, body position, and motor free affinity, Ronaldo does nothing. No surprise there. As you do earn some credits and a bit of reputation as well, not a lot. As we have got an activity day to recover after that Argentine round. We can go to the gym for some muscle endurance, improve our rider's braking ability, and 100 XP. Or we can do an autograph session and a media reputation bonus of 175. Go to the gym for muscle building to improve our rider's throttle control by 100 XP. Or do a prize competition, get a fixed sponsor reward of 100% in the next race. I think I'll do that. We are all about the money this season, getting those credits for the Moto2 bike for next season. As the next time out, we're heading to a circuit which is very good for a bounce back ability, as we're heading to the Circuit of the Americas and the Grand Prix of the Americas, circuit which is a bit kinder to us than Argentina. So can MacDonald bounce back after a shocking race in Argentina? Find out next time. Start watching and we'll see you then.